Yo, welcome to another episode of Allan AF, man. Allan as fuck, uncut version of my thoughts. Welcome to my podcast. Thank y'all for listening. I want to say that up front. Thank you for listening, man. It really means a lot. It does. So I haven't had a podcast in a minute. Did another episode in a minute because I've been busy doing a honeydew list, doing all kind of stuff. Because I haven't been traveling and doing comedy. I took about a month off, and I haven't been traveling and doing comedy in a minute, so I've been at home. And my wife loves it. My son been loving it, and they want me to do stuff around the house, stuff that I've been neglecting. And brand new stuff. The honeydew list, you think it'd just just get smaller. It never does. It just replaced with something else. That's all. That's all it is, man. And my wife, she loves to see me work. She does. She loves to see me active around this house. I think it turns her on. So when she takes, she runs errands or whatever, she come back home and she sees something brand new put up. She's like, damn, look at my man. Look at my husband. It turns her on. She gets a little horny. But when it comes to big stuff, I don't tell her. She has no idea that I pay somebody to come over here and work and put some of this shit together. Because I'm not doing it. I don't like manual labor. I tell jokes. All I do is touch the microphone, talk trash. I don't like manual labor. So I pay somebody to come do it. And I make sure they leave before she comes home. And then, I go up there and act like I'm really working on some stuff. That's, I make sure my man leaves because I don't want her to come home and see him and be like, oh, he the one been doing all the work. She might mess around trying to get him some pussy because, it turns her on to see me working. So, yeah, she got to go. My man got to go. Go ahead and run up out of here, dude. You good? Nah, but I did put this thing up in the backyard. It blocks the sun, the little thing that blocks the sun, the little, I forgot what it's called, but it's a little tent that you hang up and it blocks the sun. You put it over the patio furniture, and I put it up the other day, and she was like, well, you put it up the wrong way. You don't supposed to see the seams. The seams supposed to be. I was mad as hell. I had to take it down and change it and flip it back around and put it back up there. I was pissed. Now she want me to clog all these holes that I put up, between the garage and the back of the house. Dude, that honey-do list never gets smaller. What? So a woman's honey-do list is annoying to us. Men don't have a honey-do list. We only got two things on our list. Give us some food and some more head. That's all we want. Oh, and number 3, stop talking so much. That's all that we want on our list. Food, head, and silence. That's it right there. If we could do, I ain't lying. I wish I'd give my wife that honey-do list. I'll write down number 1, what kind of food I want to eat. Taco night, steak, whatever I want to eat. Number 2, head. Give me some more head. That's on the list. Give me some more head. And number 3, stop talking. You can talk when it's appropriate. Not doing it. Last night we was watching BMF. Me and my wife watching BMF. And we both from Detroit, right? Black Mafia family, BMF, that's what it means. We both from Detroit. So when things was happening, oh, I remember that. Oh, yeah, this, she's talking about the show. During the show. She's talking to me about the show during the show while I'm watching the show. I'm like, shut up. We both from Detroit. I remember it too. Now shut up. Let me watch this. Read your honey-do list. Number 3 said, shut up. And my wife is an over-explainer. She likes to, really give detail on how she think it should work. Be quiet. Man, What's that honeydew list? Those 3 things. It will never get longer than 3 for me. Ever. That's all I want. I don't need you to do nothing else. Those 3 things. But anyway, my wife honeydew list is long, man. Relationships and I was what's that lady's name? The lady people got upset with that lady. I don't know her name. When a talk show host asked her, well, she dated a bus driver, and she was like, if he owns the bus, look, let me tell you something, man, about that comment. First of all, I don't blame her. If that's how, if your standards that high, he has to own the bus to date you, fine, whatever. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having standards as long as you are in that same category. That's how I look at it. If you the type of woman, if she can buy a bus herself and she wants somebody who drives a bus, cool. If she cannot buy a bus and she got like 4 kids by like 2 or 3 different dudes and she's unemployed, or she works at McDonald's and she says she wants a man who owns the bus, then, that's where the problem is. Or unless you know some sucker ass dudes who own buses that will pay for you. Because that's one thing men will do. A man will pay for, a nice looking woman. We will pay our money for a nice looking woman. We will. We will make a nice looking woman's life much better. We will. Women don't usually do that. It's not a woman thing to actually, like a woman who works at a bank, like a president or a CEO of a bank, would not date somebody who works for Taco Bell. That's not gonna happen at the restaurant Taco Bell. They not gonna do that. That's not the norm. Unless it's a boy toy where they not really dating him, they just sponsoring him. It's a sugar daddy situation. Boy toy, that's fine. But to actually date someone, like a man will marry. I've known men who are rich who have married a woman, a bus driver. You know what I'm saying? I know, Matthew McConaughey, his wife was a waitress. She was a waitress. My ex was a friend of his wife's. His wife. I said wives like he got more than one. My ex was a friend of his wife. She knew his wife and she knew her brother. And she was a waitress. And he married her. Now, Jennifer Lopez ain't going to marry a waiter. Well, let me take that back. She was with a dancer. She was with a backup dancer. But he was a boy toy type. It wasn't like he was a regular waiter. Yeah, women ain't gonna marry just a waiter at a restaurant unless he's a boy toy type. They'll mess with him. It's a toy. But they're not gonna marry a grown waiter who's the same age as them, but he's a waiter. And they're gonna marry this dude. That doesn't usually happen. Doesn't usually happen. Now, this is what I will say. I don't like giving dating advice to people because everybody's trying to figure this shit out. Everybody. How can somebody somebody gave me some dating advice and their woman was cheating on them? I mean, how can you tell me, how to do something and your woman out here fucking everybody else? It was just, I'm gonna get into that in a second. It was this dude. I can't say his name. Not gonna say his name. Well, he got his income tax check, right? He was a good dude. He was, good dude. He had a girl, and he got his income tax check. We was young. He got his income tax check, man. And he asked me, he said, hey, man, why don't you take me and my girl to the mall? He wanted to pick her up some stuff. So I was like, all right, cool, so be it. He filled my tank up, took him to the mall. I was in my 20s, young 20s. He filled my tank up, took her to the mall. He went out and bought all kind of stuff for his girl. I was like, oh, okay. She was a nice girl, attractive, nice girl, and he spent a lot of money on her. And then, so I drove him back, dropped him off. They lived on my street. Dropped I dropped her off at her house, which I forgot what she didn't live in our neighborhood, and then I dropped him off. You know, he went home because he had to get dressed and go to work. So about a good hour later, my friend was like, "Hey man, let's go to this party." And, you know, it wasn't really a party. You know, some drug dealers had a thing at their crib, but you know, I went. And when I got over there, the girl that my boy had just took shopping with his income tax check was getting a train ran on her by these drug dealers. And, you know, I'm like 22 and I saw it. And drug dealer came out the room, you know, butt ass naked, dick slanging. He was like, "Hey man, don't say nothing. I know there's your boy's girl in there. Don't say nothing." I ain't say nothing. And he was a killer. I ain't say nothing, you know, not because he was a killer, but I mean that was a good reason not to say nothing. But I mean, it was messed up to see, right? It was messed up. It was ugly to see. And I really wanted to, you know, but I was young. I really wanted to tell him, like, dude, leave that girl alone. But I couldn't tell him. So I just let it be. And I seen him again. I seen him after that with her. And they act like they all in love. And, you know, they all kick it and they're all in love every time I see them together, you know. And, you know, to be truthful with you, he was an asshole. So it didn't really mess me up that his girl was doing what she was doing. What messed me up is how much she acted like she was in love with him, but turned around and was getting a train ran on her. Multiple dudes was in her. Multiple men was tearing her ass up. I mean, she was giving head, you know, and whatever. And they looked at me. They was like, "Man, you want to go in there?" And she was looking like, "Hey, I don't care." I didn't do it. I sound like I'm lying, don't I? I didn't do it. I didn't go. But I didn't do it, though. I didn't. Because it's one thing to know, and it's another thing to participate. I'm not going to participate in your whoredom. You know, I'm not going to participate in your whoredom if you a friend of mine's girlfriend. Now, if I don't know your dude, I'm all for your whoredom. Let's do it. But if I know the dude, so I'm not going to be a part of your whoredom. I'm not going to do it. But looking back, it sounded like I was about to sing Teddy P. Looking back over the years, I guess I shedded some tears. But no, looking back on it, I should have done it. You know, I should have done it. Because she was that fine, I should have done it. It was an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? You don't really get those kind of opportunities, you know, because when they broke up and everything hit the fan, he never knew, actually. He never knew. Like 20 years later, he never knew. He still don't know. He still doesn't know. I won't tell him. I'm not going to say nothing. And then if he found out I was there, I'd be like, "Hey, dude, what you know, I don't tell." Listen, I hate to see a woman get over on a man. I know, ladies, I'm sorry. I hate to see a woman get over on a man. I do. I hate to see it. But I won't tell a dude that his woman is cheating on him. I won't do that. Because it's just going to mess up our friendship. It's going to mess up, because you're not going to leave her. You know, a lot of dudes, they don't leave their woman. They just get possessive and crazy. You know, it'd be different if I told him, and for real, she cheated off, and he shut it down. Then, you know, so be it. But other than that, I don't speak on other people's relationship. I let it be. Now, well, homegirl was talking about the bus driver joint. This is how I look at it. I learned this a long time ago. when it comes to dating, yes, pulling your own weight means something. You know, a woman want to be with a man who pulls his own weight. That's not asking for a lot. You deserve that. Being with a baller and all that stuff, that's different. If you deserve a baller, if you can get a baller, good luck to you. Do you. Do you. But, but what's more important, and people got to understand this in relationships, what's more important than how much money you make is how happy you are at your job. That's what's important. That's what's more important than how much money you bring home is how happy your job makes you. Because I know a lot of people who make 6 or 7 figures. I mean, not 7 figures, 6 figures. The people I'm talking about, they make 6 figures. They work in a factory. They do, work in the factory, but they hate their job, and they turned out their jobs turned them to alcoholics. They at work. They got the goggles on. They got the earplugs in. It's loud. And it's the job is, they just hate it. Hate being dirty all the damn time. They fat. They gaining weight because they ain't nothing to do but eat. Your job don't fulfill you. So when you get off work and you go home, you're just not happy. Now, if you married to this person, yes, they making 6 figures, but they're not happy. So the relationship is not great. They have a problem. I dated women who made a lot of money, but they didn't like their jobs. So they looked at me like, if you had your stuff together, I shouldn't have to work. But you bought all this. This is your stuff. Why should, you know what I'm saying? But so when you date someone, make sure they love what they do for a living. That's how I am. I'm a comedian. I'm passionate about what I do for a living. I love it. I love everything about it. Yeah, I love 99% of the stuff about being a comedian. I love it. I love, when I was younger, I loved the struggle. It was, I love, because it makes you a better comedian. I love everything I had to go through. I hate the politics. But when I first started comedy, there was no politics like that. If you was funny, you was funny, and they let you rock the show, period. That's how it was. Now it's, you could go on stage. What could you do for me? Stuff like that. How you gonna hook me up if I let you rock my show? They're not thinking about it's gonna be way better for your audience who you have there to see a comedian like me go up there and rock it. But you want your hand out. How can you help me too? Well, anyway, that's the only thing I don't like, the politics. But I love what I do. I'm passionate about comedy. I love going out, doing shows. I've done stand-up comedy for free for years. Free. Until I could pay my lifestyle with it. I've been blessed with doing stand-up comedy. I can pay my mortgage now with stand-up comedy. And that is a huge blessing. I love what I do. Now, I'm not on Kevin Hart's level financially, but because in the young comedian's mind, they think of, man, I can't wait till I make it. And making it is like Eddie Murphy. Making it is like Kevin Hart. Making it is like Chris Rock. That's making it. Dave Chappelle. That's making it. But in reality, you've made it if you can pay your rent or your mortgage, your car note. If you could have a lifestyle that you want, that you're comfortable with, and you exclusively doing what you want, what you love to do, which is stand up for me, then I made it. I am a successful stand-up comedian because I can pay my bills comfortably. I can, live my life comfortably as a stand-up comedian. I can travel. I have a mortgage. I have car notes. I buy jewelry, clothes, and I can travel. I can afford all of this. that is making it, that's successful. I'm happy. My wife is a therapist. She loves what she does. She is passionate about what she is doing. She's helping other people with what she does. She loves it. With that being said, that's a good situation to have. She's a good person to have a relationship with. She loves her job. That was important to me, that she loved her job. You know, she has a purpose in life. So people who have a purpose in life, that's someone, like, forget if they own the bus. You could own a bus but hate it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you have a purpose in life, that's who you want to be with. That's more important than the income they're making. It's their purpose. Because I'd rather deal with a happy person who, a happy person who is financially comfortable versus a rich, miserable motherfucker. You don't want nobody rich and miserable, financially secure and miserable. I want somebody who loves their job, because they I've been with women who set their, they get anxiety and, thinking about their job, and they set their alarm and they just angry, walking around the house to go to work, calling me, what you do today? Working, what I'm supposed to do. You don't really have a job. They mad at me because they struggling. And at the time I couldn't help them financially because I was struggling, but I was happy. Happiness means way more than anything else, man. You gotta be happy. Date people who are happy. They love what they do and they're happy. Now, if she had that mentality, she probably wouldn't be single. She probably wouldn't. I know some miserable doctors. Hate their patients. They're miserable doctors. They make a lot of money, but they're miserable. I know some miserable attorneys. They make a nice money, but they feel like they're dirty. They're, they doing, they getting criminals off. And they feel like they not doing the good. It's eating with their conscience, because they're in court lying. They know they clients are guilty, but they're lying for them to get them off, and they're getting off bad people so they can continue to do bad things. They're not happy, but they make a lot of money, and they buy a lot of expensive things to try to fill that void, but they're not happy. I don't want to be with no one that's miserable. That's not good. It's not good to be with somebody miserable, man. It's not. Make sure whoever you with love what they do. That's important to me. That is. Like my father, he hated what he did. He was a carpenter. That's what they used to call it. I don't know what you call it now. Work, just like with the stuff I put in the backyard, man, that's labor. That's hard labor. And I haven't done. I mean, when we got the house, we paid people to come do stuff. I didn't do nothing. When I had my other place, I did a lot of the stuff. I put the floor down. I painted a lot of the stuff. I changing out toilets and stuff. I did a lot of stuff over there, the other place. But here, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing, dude. I'm a, you know what I'm saying? I don't even barbecue, really. I go out and buy barbecue now. But I will barbecue because I like to cook. I like to cook. My son takes all my energy. If it wasn't for him, I'd be out there barbecuing and doing stuff like that. But you get to a certain age, I just rather pay people to do stuff. Manual labor, too? I hate manual labor. I would do stuff like cut the grass, but I'd rather pay somebody to cut the grass. Yeah, I'm more like, it's a comedian. he said, Gerard Carmichael, he said something funny years ago. This before I found out, he said so. He said, I'm the type of man that needs another man around the house. And I thought that was hilarious because I know what he meant. Well, he meant something else because he came out later on that he was gay. But I know what he meant though, because that's how I feel sometimes. Like I'm like, man, I'm not doing that shit. Like the patio door is off a little bit. Baby, can you put the patio door back on? I don't know how to do that. That shit is, I don't know. You better, no. I don't know how to do that. I don't like sweating unless I'm in a gym. I don't even sweat on stage. Like you see a lot of comedians, they get off stage, they be drenched, wet as hell, sweat. They have a towel with them, patting their forehead while they telling you. Nah, I don't do none of that. I sit on the stool and talk trash, and I don't sweat talking trash. No, I don't like sweating. I'm what a lot of people like to call Metro. I am. I'm kind of Metro. I am kind of metrosexual. Meaning, I put lotion on. You know what I'm saying? I'm moisturized. So from across the street, you can't tell I'm Metro. From across the street, I'm like a regular dude. But you get close up to me, my skin is supple. Skin supple, man. I take care of my feet. My nails look good. I don't get polished or nothing like that, man. But my nails look good. I take care of my feet. I would show y'all, but nah, you gotta pay to see feet. No, I'm bullshitting. I do stuff. I take care of my feet, man. I take care of myself. I'm not to the extreme. I don't even go get my feet done. I don't go get my feet done. I need to. I should start going to get pedicures. I've done them before. I used to get massages, pedicures. I've just been busy. But I don't do. No. Let me back up. It's not that I've been busy. That's not why I haven't done it. I was never into it. I went with my exes, before in the past, and I've got my pedicure done. Waiting on them to get theirs, and I've gotten couples massages and stuff like that. But I'm not against going to get a pedicure now, man. I'm going by myself, setting an appointment. Let me go get my feet hooked up. I'm not against that. I like having pretty feet. Damn it. I like my skin smooth as hell. I like that. I do. I don't have any hair on my chest, any hair on my body, whatever. I just don't grow hair on my body. I don't wax or shave, nothing like that. I'm not like that. I do have man hair under my arms. I don't shave the hair under my arms. I'm not like that. I ain't gonna lie. I used to shave the hair under my arms. And I was like, damn, is this kind of this is kind of soft? Should I be shaving the hair under my arms? Do women like that or whatever? But no, I do. You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. I do. My pubes gone. I shave down there. I used to trim it, man, but I shave it now, completely shave it, because I have. Be honest with you, I'm a little older now. I'm a grown man and shit with it. And I have gray hair in my pubic. I got gray pubic hair. Salt and pepper dick hair. That don't look good to me. That doesn't look good to me, man. So I shave it. Because I remember when I saw this lady and she had gray pubic hair. And I was just like, ugh. I didn't like it. This is about 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I've never seen it before. I've never seen gray pubic hair before. And I saw some gray pubic hair, man. I was like, ugh. How old is this girl? She was in her 40s. She's way older than me. And I was like, ugh, what the hell is that? What's wrong with you? That's how I felt. I felt disgusted. So I cut it now because I don't want my wife looking at my. I want her to be like, let me get some of that old dick. Old dick don't sound good to nobody. Old dick Old dick? No, man. So I go ahead. I shave. I shave down there, man. Call me what you want to call me. I'm a bald dick nigga. Call me what you want to call me. I shave down there. No hair down there. But that's the only place I shave. Well, my face and my head. That's it. I don't shave my chest. I don't shave my arms. I just don't have hair on my arms, but I don't shave it. That's kind of weird to me. Dude shaving his arm. I don't shave my legs. No, I ain't like that. I just like to put lotion on. I moisturize. I take care of my feet. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's Metro. Metro type of shit. That's it. That's all I do. When I was a little kid, my women trip because how soft my skin is on my body. When I was, when I was a little kid, we was on welfare, right? We was on food stamps, and we used to have government cheese, powdered milk, and stuff like that. Those are two different things, by the way. Government cheese, powdered milk. I said it like it was one thing, like government cheese, powdered milk. No, it's two different things. So the powdered milk, right? It's just like it was. It's powder, and you put a little water. You add water, and you stir it up, and it turns into milk. You eat it with your cereal. Eat it like you eat milk, and it was sweeter than milk. It tastes better than milk, but it was really sweet. My mother used to bathe me with powdered milk. She used to bathe me when I was a baby or a little boy. I used to do it about 10, 11, 12 years old. I put powdered milk in my bath water, and it made me real supple, made my skin real soft to the point where, I didn't know it. Growing, I've always had it. I didn't know it was like real soft and, bitch made. I got bitch made skin. I played basketball with my shirt off, and had a dude rub a bone. He was like, "Ugh, what the fuck?" And then it was like, "Man, you feel like a girl." And it's like, "Come here, man, touch him." And I didn't know. People was like, "Ugh, you feel like a girl." And I did. And girls was like, "Oh my God, your skin's softer than mine." Girls have said that. I don't know if it's genetics. I don't know if it's the powdered milk. I don't know what it is, but supple skin. So I got to put a lot of lotion on because when I get out the shower, living in LA, the water is hard and it dries your skin. So I put on a lot of lotion, good lotion too. I don't, expensive lotion. I put it on all over my body. And so I got this bitch made skin, dude. It's weird. I know this is a weird topic to be talking about, but I got bitch made skin, so I'm a little Metro. I ain't ashamed to say it. So yes, I'm Metro, and I shave my pubic hairs, but I still got underarm hair, so you can't even see it. Yeah, anyway, I still got underarm hair. I don't shave that, so I'm not totally Metro. Like, I know some dudes who get facials and massages. They really Metro. They get all kind of stuff. I'm borderline. I don't do too much, but I maintain what I have. Pretty feet and all. Like the heel of my foot, smooth as hell. Smooth as hell. Smoother than women. Because I've heard, you ever heard a woman put on some stockings and the heel of their foot rough? It sound like static. Just static on the TV. Just stockings. I heard them put them on. It sound like static. Like, you got a walkie-talkie? Yeah, man. You know what I got to stop doing, though? My wife keep complaining that I'm snoring. She talking about I'm snoring, man. No one's ever told me I snore. I don't know if this is new or not, but she told me I snore, so I'm going to get these breathe strips to go over my nose. And she said, I watched you snore. Your mouth was closed, and you were snoring from your nose. So I got to get these breathe strips from my nose, man, to see, would that happen? Would that help or whatever? Because, I didn't know I was snoring, man. I don't know if she's telling me the truth or not. You know, I'm just gonna. She don't snore. I will be honest. She doesn't snore, which is good. I don't like no snoring ass woman. You know, but I don't want to snore to keep her up. That's not cool. So I got to get some, them strips to go across my nose, and hopefully that'll help me. Hopefully that'll help me stop snoring, man. If she said I snore. Anyway, man, just jumped on here, man. Tell y'all about my supple bitch ass skin, And like I said, man, they somebody happy. Happy in what they do for a living. They happy people. Happy people. No, it's happy feeling. Happy feeling in it. I wish I can sing. I cannot sing. But I wish I could. I wish I could sing. My son, he's 3. And I listen to the I do that all the time. And I listen to Maxwell. So my son will walk around the house all the time and be like, Daddy, do it. Do it, Daddy. Dude, it's adorable. It's adorable, man. That's my dog right there, man. I love him when he does that, and I love him when he's asleep. He's a toddler. He don't listen to nothing I say. My son don't listen to a damn thing I say. But when he does the singing and he's asleep, it's my angel. When he's up not listening, I want to beat his ass. My wife won't let me whoop him. So she don't want me to whoop him, so I got to punish him other ways. Like I see him doing something, and I know he about to hurt himself, and I say, stop. Hey, man, don't do that. Don't do that. I kind of want him to do it, but I be like, you shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Don't jump off the chair like that. And he'll jump off the chair and hurt himself. I be like, yep. Good. That's my whooping to you. Since I can't hit you, I gotta let you hurt yourself. As long as I don't have to take him to the hospital, I'll let him hurt himself. It's a lesson. It's a lesson. First of all, you gotta get hurt. Before anybody email me about you not a good parent, you have to get hurt to know your limits. So I let him get hurt a little bit. That's all. I'll let him get hurt. But look, man, thank y'all for listening to another episode of Allan AF. I really appreciate it, man. I do. I appreciate the love. Some of y'all send money, man. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Man, you go to Instagram, man, and my Instagram is real easy. It's I am Allan AF. I am Allan AF. My Instagram, same thing on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. It's I am Allan AF, where you can see funny videos of me doing stand up. See how funny I am. So when you do see me coming to your city, you buy a ticket and my man about to rock the show. He about to rock the house, and you good. You are good. Appreciate the support, man. I really do. Thank y'all for listening so much. I'll talk to y'all soon, man. Peace.